Recently, I've been holing more putts than ever before. But why? Let's find out.
And let's do it now.
Missed.
I mean, you'll get it going across.
Nearly. Yeah, nearly. Hi everyone, James Robinson here. Guys, first things first, I would like to warmly welcome you all back to the channel. You join us today on another episode of Short Game Saturdays. Chris, how are we?
Very good, yourself?
I'm very good, thank you. So guys, if you are new to the channel, first of all, please make sure you do consider hitting that subscribe button before you do leave us, because that way you won't miss any Short Game Saturdays or any other golf related content I bring to you every single day. That was a mouthful. People complain that it's too, the instructions too similar. Anyway. So basically guys, I've been playing good golf, and I want to have a little bit of a series where I must do videos for myself so that when I start playing badly, because it happens, doesn't it?
Very regular.
No, but for everyone, like for everyone, you play well, you wonder why you're playing well, then you start playing bad and you wonder why you're playing bad. So while you're playing well, it's important to keep having lessons, to keep pushing yourself and find out exactly what you're doing so well. So I'm going to put a bit of a montage on screen now of me holing about 1 million putts.
Montage.
You like that? Right, so guys, if you have seen the channel before, you know that Chris is my short game coach, my putting coach, and actually we've kind of transformed my game a bit. How am I doing?
Well, he's getting there. So like I said, James is doing really well at the moment. So I get a lot of people come, they go, oh, I don't need a lesson, I'm putting well, but sometimes that's the best time to come for a lesson, just to see what you're doing right. So obviously if you start to lose it a little bit, we all have that confidence with the putter maybe for a month, we have one bad round and then the wheels fall off. So if we've got a base, obviously when you're putting really well, it's a good benchmark that we can then build around. You can come, you can check what you was doing well, and then obviously as you practice, you can practice the things you're doing well consistently, and hopefully then the wheels don't fall off.
Wheels don't fall off, I like that. We're just full of metaphors today, aren't we? So, and it does correlate a little bit with this new kind of beautiful putter that we've put in the bag, and I think I just feel confident with it. I don't think it's a honeymoon period because I've had it for a while now.
No, but again, a putter that was fitted for you, fitted correctly. It's the one that obviously suited you right, so that's a big thing. Gives you more confidence, and you need some confidence. I
do need confidence. Right, shall I hit a few putts and you cast your eye?
Let's have a look.
Let's do it. Disappointed you didn't say let's do it now then, actually.
Let's do it now.
There you go. So Chris, just while we wait, because some guys are about to come and use this green, have you seen this that's in my bag?
Yep, the Red X.
Do you remember it?
Classic. Darren Clark used the same one, centre shaft.
Did you watch my video the other day with it, or?
Yes, obviously. I watch every video you do.
How many putts did I hole with it?
You held a lot of putts.
How many?
7.
We only played 3 holes, mate, so.
Oh.
But I'm glad you watched.
2.
But it's a funny one because I did a video on that, and you can probably relate to this a lot. I'll never sell that putter. That was the whole idea behind the video, and generally, I always think with putters, the golden rule is just don't sell them. I know you've got your Rossi, which you kind of go back and forth from and to, and generally you have to be comfortable with a putter, you have to be happy with it, you have to love it, sort of. True. It's the one club in the bag that you show it love, it'll show you a bit back, but also it obviously helps to get fitted, and that's why we've kind of gone where we are now. Right, Chris, so to tell the guys why I've been putting so well, what we're going to do, I'm going to hit a couple of putts, you're going to film them on your phone, and you're going to film them on your phone and tell the guys exactly what I'm doing well, what I'm doing better, and what I could still improve on. Then we'll go on a few drills just to see what I can get even better at. Oh, just like that.
Cool. Very good.
And then you want one down the line as well. And what will be interesting, guys, actually will be I'm going to tell you what I feel like I'm doing, what I remember from the lessons, then you can kind of confer and tell the guys what.
Feeling real.
Oh, robbed, but we'll take it anyway. Not a bad putt. You can't hole them all, even though the video is called I Hole Everything or something. I haven't decided yet. But right, Chris, is it worth you telling us what exactly you think?
Yeah, go through the videos, show you what, again. So a lot of times I see is people come and say I'm doing this or I'm doing that, and again, feeling real is sometimes something a little bit different. So you might feel like you're doing one move, but you actually might be doing the complete opposite. So let's go and have a look.
Let's do it. Right, Chris, so you've now cast your eye over the stroke so far. First of all, I'm going to tell you what I feel like I'm doing, and then you obviously relay to me what your thoughts were. So for me, I feel like when I'm over the putter at the minute, I feel like the ball's a little bit further back than what it was, the handle's further forward. I know you told me to get upright and stand a little bit close to it, but I feel like personally, I'm stroking it really well. As long as the putter's flat on the ground and the handle's a little bit forward, from there I can take it back a little bit longer and just let the putter release. So from there, I feel like my distance control has been pretty good, but also it's more of just a roll than an actual hit and a strike, if that makes sense to you. That strike sounds really good as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. So obviously if we look at the video I've got here now, you can see here that James again is a lot more athletic in his posture. You know, you'd never thought anyone say athletic, but we're going to go with it. So good spine angle, because he is a little bit taller. He's a little bit closer, so the shaft is matching his arms nicely. So we knew before, sometimes he would get his hands, you know, the shaft would be down here, and like he said, the toe would be in the air. Very hard to get a centered strike, very hard to get distance control. So he's a little bit taller, his arms therefore we've got a little bit higher, and it's matching nicely. So if we also look, his eye line here is over the ball or just inside, so that's what we want. That's going to encourage a little bit of an inward arc and an inward on the way through. So set up here, very good. So down the line, very good. Motion moves slightly inside there and inside.
Which is good because it used to move outside, didn't it?
Correct, yeah, it used to move outside on the way back, so it was a little bit too far over.
Like a figure of 8.
Figure of 8, yep, the dreaded, it'd move out and then it'd be in, and then, as we know, wasn't pretty. So let's have a quick look at face on. So again, face on wise here, let's draw a line from, again, left eye's in line with the ball, which is what we worked on before, so ball position is good. It's got a slight forward press, which I don't mind, it's very small, so that's okay. And then again, motion here has been working on getting it longer back, which for this length putt, very nice, just goes to the outside of his right foot. But what we're going to look at here on the way down is just what his head does a little bit. So we see it slightly wants to move back, and then his through stroke is a lot better than it was before, but we can still get that shorter. So it's very good at the moment, setup's very tidy. As a result of having a consistent and good setup, he's able to putt a lot better. Like he says, the roll on the ball is end over end, it's starting on line, and his pace control's pretty good. Obviously we can tidy it up a little bit, get that head movement a little bit less falling back, which will then tidy up his through stroke and hopefully get him holing a few more, especially on those straighter putts. So his, you know, his straight putts or his 1 and 2% where there's not much break, any kind of little movement, you know, 1 degree out, he's going to start to miss the hole. So let's give those drills.
Oh, you don't lose it, do you? Right, Chris, so what are the drills that you think I can do to not only keep putting well, but maybe even putt better?
So 2 drills here for James. We can do them together, but the first one we're going to do is just bring him in using his left hand only. So normally we see a lot of people, including Tiger Woods, he'll do a lot of right hand onlys, letting that club swing a little bit better. But what we're going to do is we're going to work with James on probably his weaker hand, keeping this arm connected to his chest and letting that have a little bit of swing. You'll see from there he can't drive that putter away unless his arm moves off his chest. So we see a great roll there.
Yeah, the roll was good actually, I enjoyed that.
And he can keep that nice and connected, and then from there release that putter and it won't drive as far away through unless he loses connection.
And are you looking for me to hold these putts, or are you looking for just the feedback more so on the ball?
No, we're looking more for the feedback on the ball. Oh,
how's that not gone in?
Ground holes. So obviously we're just looking at feedback, so we're looking at strike, we're looking to see if it's rolling well. So again, if it was on the putting green, we'd have James taking his time lining these up. So again, he can do this here now again. Good, so good pace, good strike.
That felt a little bit dragged actually, if I'm being honest with my feedback.
Perfect. And
didn't feel like I released it.
We want you to be honest with your feedback.
That was better.
Pretty good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring it in and we're going to mix it up, add 2 drills into here. So obviously James's other movement, as well as going a little bit far through, get in, is that James wants to move back throughout the stroke, which encourages that motion to go a bit further. So we're going to test James. So we could have people just dropping the right foot back and resting it on the toe, but we're not going to be that nice to James. We're going to get James to balance on one leg and use his left hand only.
What? Left leg, left hand?
Left leg, left hand. So we're going to work on his stability here. We're going to see if he is athletic. Clearly not, he's already fallen over. Good, so the arm came off a little bit there, so that's why it went right. So we need to make sure that the bicep stays to the chest. Good, and then he can release it better.
Really working my hamstring there as well, actually, pulling a hammy.
No chance. So this is just a drill. Obviously there's two drills there that are attacking both things. Again, it's not bad. Obviously it's great, he's putting really well at the moment, but this is just going to help him tidy everything up, that he has to work really hard on letting that putter just swing and keeping his balance. If he has any kind of falling motion, he'll fall over and won't be able to.
When will I learn that this putt breaks left to right, by the way?
And this is why you line a ball up. Get in.
I can't wait for the comments. You're missing them all. Well,
missing them all.
Missing them all.
So again, obviously when you're on a putting green and you're doing this kind of drill, you'll be lining the ball up, taking your time, you know the read. Ideally set it up on a straight putt so you can get some feedback. If he's not releasing the putter, obviously he'll start right of the hole.
So what you're saying is I'm being lazy?
Pretty much, yeah. He's not the athlete that I've complimented him for with his posture.
Should the ball position be there?
Forwards. Yeah.
Just for the drill?
Yeah.
Good roll that, weren't it? Just firm.
So for James there, prime example, when we're looking at the ball position on this shot, we want to have it a little bit forward because our sternum will be ahead. If we have it in the middle, you'll be hitting down and missing.
Oh, that was perfect.
Oh. So great roll on them now. So make sure it's in line with your front foot. So obviously your left foot here if you're right-handed. Get this arm connected, and then from there we...
So I'm almost setting myself up, then taking the foot away, then taking the arm away.
And letting it roll.
Walking it in like that.
Good. So something as little as that, James doesn't have to do that for long, so he could do that 5 minutes.
I'm feeling that now.
Fatigued, he'll have to have a day off. So something that he can do for 5-10 minutes a day, not a lot or even once a week, but it's just going to...
You can do it at home on the carpet, can't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Do it anywhere.
You can do it anywhere, you can do it in the house, and it's something that's going to be productive just to make him hole even more putts, and he's already holing quite a few.
I might beat you next time as well. Right guys, so there we have it. That is why I have been putting so well. Hopefully why I'm going to carry on putting so well and how I'm going to putt so well. And hopefully, just like Chris said, maybe even putt even better. Let's see if we can finish on a nice one here. Oh! You can't get them all, coach, can you?
No. So guys, one of those things, like we said earlier, if you're playing well, don't rest on that. So don't just go, well, I'm playing well, I don't need to go for lessons, I can now, I've made it. Make sure you get a benchmark, see what you're doing well, so if you do start to go off the boil a little bit, you can then recover it and fix yourself. And that's basically what we want from lessons, isn't it? I certainly want to send people away, they can fix themselves, they know what they're doing wrong, they go away and go, right, I've got my tick boxes, I need to check them off, and then I know I can putt well. Absolutely, and for me, one of the kind of most valuable things that I've taken from the lesson so far is I have my own feedback, and just like in the lesson here, your feedback, yeah, it's great to hold putts, it's great to hold 15-20 footers, where the make percentage on tour would be 15 to 20%, I think, something like that. Yeah. But also, all I'm looking at is the distance right, have I put a good roll on it, and how's my read? They're the three things that I'm going to take from that putt. If I've done all those three things right and it's not gone in, I haven't done the three things right, have I? No, and that's it. You can start to break down what you've done. So even when you're on your practice, try and do some on straights, but also do some on breaking putts, because setting up your drills on breaking putts, on the golf course, how many straight putts do you have in a round? I'm going to say maybe 1 or 2 max in 18 holes. The rest of them are breaking putts. So start to practice on breaking putts, do your drills on breaking putts, and start to give yourself the feedback of why you're missing. Well, Chris, thank you ever so much for your time. No Guys, problem. If you haven't seen Chris's channel, make sure you go and check it out. Chris Dennis Golf for all your short game requirements. I'll see you tomorrow. And I'll see you next week. See you in a bit, bye.